Yo, good afternoon. Good afternoon, freedom marchers, freedom family, freedom lovers, and freedom fighters. Snapzilla Gorilla up in this thing. Hitting y'all upside the head with this rant. This is going to be a musing of mine that I wanted to put out there in the airways because I think it's very important that we consider this possibility. And it's a possibility that came across my mind when Candace Owens, right, was challenged. Orange Lily for you, thank you for coming back. Orange Lily for you is always showing support, always showing love to your boy. This thought came to my mind when Candace Owens did her live show, and she was talking about, actually, she was showing how Blake Offerman, whatever the hell his name is, from Turning Point USA, basically invited her to join a live stream where they're going to answer questions surrounding the Charlie Kirk murder. And it got me to thinking, this whole thing. There is a clear psychological operation at play. There is a clear psychological operation at play, and there are many players in this operation, willing or not, willing participants or not. They have knowledge that they are participants or they don't. It doesn't really matter at this point, right? And what this all comes down to in my mind, and what really got me thinking about this is the fact that over the course of 3 months, right? Next week it'll be 3 months since Charlie Kirk was killed. And over the course of these 3 months, Candace Owens made a lot of assertions. She put a lot out there, right? She made assertions. She accused certain individuals. She came up with all these scenarios, from the Egyptian plane to the French government trying to have her killed, to the Foreign Legion actually killing Charlie Kirk, and Turning Point USA being a part of it, having knowledge and setting Charlie Kirk up and betraying him, right? These are all things that she has presented to us. You know, she has her sources, she has tips, she has anonymous individuals, she has people within Turning Point USA giving her information, she has people within the French government giving her information, she has people in aviation all over the place. She has a tip hotline. It makes sense, right? Latressa Montgomery, salute to you. And saying, what's up, brother? California love indeed, my friend. And, you know, she has provided receipts for a lot of it, and some of the things she still has yet to provide receipts. And, you know, she has kind of strung this thing along, right? She has presented piecemeal information a little bit at a time. And I had said myself that we should stop playing these games, right? You should just put everything out there. But the way I look at it is she has to vet a lot of information before she puts it out. At least that's what, if I was in her position and I was really trying to figure out who killed Charlie Kirk and I didn't believe the government narrative, that's how I would do it. I wouldn't just put information out as soon as I get it, right? And then at the same time, like when it came to the text messages that really got a lot of people to trust her, that she put out about Charlie Kirk, saying that he lost donors and he had to remove himself from the support of Israel, right? She really, she waited. She wanted to see what the response from members of Turning Point USA would be. And a lot of people got exposed as liars. I would say that was a very good tactic on her part. Now, up to this point, she has said a lot of things. She has made a lot of assertions and accusations. She has said the French government, I already said all this, And it continues. Every show she does, she basically says she has more information. And now you have this thing where Turning Point USA is basically telling her, we can do this live stream together and we can air all this out, right? We can debate this whole thing. But they want her to go there in person. That is the only way they want to do it. And there's a lot of trickery involved, right? It would appear. Because they told her basically through Twitter or whatever the fuck that she had 24 hours to respond and she would have to go to Arizona in person, which is not very smart, right? If she fears for her life, she feels like she might be a target, why would you expose yourself, right? And now it would be stupid for members of Turning Point to kill Candace Owens or try to have her killed, right? But it wouldn't have to be Turning Point USA that would have to do that, right? But here's the bottom line. Here's what I'm getting to. Whether you think Candace Owens is milking it, right? Like Nick Fuentes thinks she's milking it, and whatever the case may be, she's earning a lot of money. Whatever you want to believe about her motivations, she has said a lot of truths during this whole thing. Even for the last 2 years, since the genocide in Gaza began, she has been speaking truths about that. She has been speaking truths about how midterm elections are bullshit. That's not important. How you can't trust the government. How you can't trust the FBI narrative. These are truisms that I know. These are things I know to be fact. You can't trust the government, right? The FBI narrative is bullshit. You can't trust the FBI. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. It wouldn't be very wise. The government, well, they're allowed to lie to you. When they commit criminal actions, they can lie to you about those criminal actions. But when you're under criminal investigation, you can't lie to them. It's criminal. Do you see what I'm talking about? They lied to us about so many things. They lied to us about 9/11. They lied to us about the Gulf of Tonkin. They have been lying to us for decades, okay? And they lied to us about the Epstein files on numerous occasions. Lie after lie after lie that they are allowed to tell you to cover up their criminal activity. Ken Garjay says, TBR, you can't really trust Candace with this assassination era because the French assassins were on her neck when they already made her disappear by now. Depends on when they put the hit out on her and how soon that French official was able to get information to Candace Owens, right? Because if you blow it up before they can get to, it would be stupid for them to carry it out. I have no idea. I can't say whether or not it's true or not. At this point, it doesn't really matter to me. The bottom line is there are a lot of truths that she has been able to speak, right? And, what do we know about Candace Owens? She was a heavy statist on the side of the right. She was rightist statist. And she pushed that paradigm. She pushed the left-right paradigm, right? She pushed it. She helped sow division amongst the proletariat class along party lines and along racial lines. That is what we know. But now she's not doing that. Hold up, guys. I'll be right back. I got to go get something. And then I'll tell you what the Gambit is when I get back. Yes, release the files. I will tell you what the Gambit is. And I want us to be prepared when this Gambit comes to fruition because, yeah, it's not going to be a good thing. But the Gambit might not be a real thing. It might not be an actual Gambit. But I think it is. Yeah, she married that rich white dude. I mean, we know Candace Owens is a bedwench. But, I mean, if the bedwench speaks truth, the truth is the truth. whether a bed witch says it or, you know, a sister like you says it. It does, you know, the truth is the truth, no matter who says it. I'll be right back. Now, if you're just getting in here, right, I'm going to explain what the Gambit is. The Candace Owens conspiracy theory Gambit, right? Because that's essentially what this is from Candace Owens. It's been a conspiracy theory. Doesn't mean it's not true. It just means it's a theory at this point, right? What do you do to a theory in regards to the scientific method? Well, you test that theory over and over again. You do research, you do studying, you fact check until you are able to determine that it's a fact or that it's not a fact, right? But now, the conspiracy theory Gambit of Candace Owens is to have her build this huge case where all these government actors were involved in Charlie Kirk's murder and Charlie Kirk's assassination, based on motivations she has expressed, based on him speaking out and turning against Israel, based on him questioning and the Macron couple, right? Bringing attention to that. All these state actors, all these state leaders coming together to assassinate Charlie Kirk and wanting to assassinate her. She has built a case, gathered and compiled and consolidated all this information over 3 months, has gotten a lot of people on her side and has gotten a lot of people to go against her. You got Tim Pools and the Turning Point USAs and the this and the that person. Well, they chose sides. Hell, now Brandon Tatum is even kind of believing her about the French government wanting her killed. So the Gambit, right? And then you got the John Q public, me and you. Some of us believe her, some of us don't. Some of us are waiting, like myself. Right? A lot of people also, she has steered a lot of people toward the lack of trust in government. A lot of people have come to her side in regards to not trusting government, not trusting the FBI, not putting faith into the left-right paradigm, right? Not putting a lot of faith and weight into party lines, the left versus the right. She told Tim Pool, fuck your midterm elections. That shit ain't important. I mean, she is tearing down what she worked so hard to build with Charlie Kirk over the years. right? Which is to convince people that we should be divided, right? That's what she has convinced people. Now she is on the let's come together, let's question the government, let's come together, let's ignore, right? Let's ignore the left, the right thing. Let's ignore that. Let's just stand on truth and expose what the truth is, and understand that the government ain't shit. The government is untrustworthy. She said Charlie Kirk put his faith in Donald Trump, and Donald Trump failed him, basically. She said that Charlie Kirk put his faith in politics, and politics failed him. That is what she said. And a lot of people have gotten on board with this, not just because of her, but because of other people who has picked up this idea that the government is not to be trusted, right? They have caused these rifts and cracks and divisions within the conservative party. So the Gambit is, she done all that. She has done all that over the months. But guess what the government is going to do? They're going to present irrefutable evidence that a trans-loving, furry, fanatic terrorist cell, that the left actually killed Charlie Kirk. They're going to present evidence. They're going to present evidence that will blow all this shit out of the water. It will completely destroy the French Foreign Legion killing Charlie Kirk narrative. It'll completely destroy the French trying to have Candace Owens killed narrative. It will completely destroy all that. And Charlie Kirk just so happening to lose faith in Israel and wanting to pull his support, well, that would just have been a coincidence. Yeah. So that, my friends, is the Gambit. They're going to present irrefutable evidence, so it would appear that Tyler Robinson did indeed kill Charlie Kirk. That he worked, and maybe not worked with, but they're going to present it in a way where difficult to refute it. Y'all hit the like button. I don't understand. Hit the like button, y'all. Don't hate watch. Double tap that screen. That's all you got to do. And that is that's what came to my mind. We have to understand that one key thing Erica Kirk said when talking to Fox, whatever his name is. She did that interview. What's his name? Jesse something, Jesse Waters, or Jeremy Waters, whatever the hell his name is. She said that she has seen the case. Tyler Robinson. Now, she didn't come out right and say that she's I love it. So like I was saying, y'all, the Gambit is to not just Candace Owens, right? It won't be just Candace Owens. Anybody out there in the content creator, YouTube, X, Instagram streets that has been presenting all these conspiracy theories, including myself, that the government is going to, I'm not saying this is actually what's going to happen, but this is what I believe may be a gambit of this whole situation. there's going to be an immense amount of backlash when the government presents irrefutable, beyond a shadow of a doubt, evidence that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. They're going to show us something. There's going to be a video. There's going to be confessions. Something. They're going to present something to us so solid that is going to be appear to be so solid. It's going to make not only Candace Owens, but especially her, look foolish, and she's going to be ridiculed. She's going to be, a lot of people may turn their back on Candace Owens because she's going to be looked at like she's a liar, like she made all this shit up. These wild stories, right? These wild stories about the French Legionnaires, French Foreign Legion killing Charlie Kirk, right? The Macron couple trying to have her killed for $1.5 million. Yeah, it's going to make her look foolish. And the number of people that got behind her and supported her and helped her push this and was very in her favor. Yeah. Guess what? Same thing's going to happen to them. They're going to be ridiculed. They're not going to be trusted. They're going to be looked at like wild conspiracy theorists that are there just to, shill, and they're doing it for the clicks and views. Yeah. Now, it doesn't have to be actually true, the evidence that the government provides, right? Cammy Lyon says damage control. It'll be a form of damage control, of course. Understand that the government might do this, might pull this gambit off with what appears to be completely solid evidence to go against what Candace Owens and other conspiracy theorists that don't believe the government, that don't believe the FBI, they'll present it. It might not even be real. It might be completely fabricated. But with the technology our government has access to today, the elite class, the technology they have access to, they can make anything look real, and they can make anything look solid. And you're going to be presented with this, and you're just going to believe it because, well, look at the evidence. Look at this. Look at that. And no one is going to be able to pick it apart. It's going to be that well put together. It's kind of like this. Do you guys think the dollar bill that is printed by the U.S. Mint, do you think it's real money? You have counterfeiters, illegal counterfeiters that can basically replicate the actual U.S. dollar. That's obviously fake, right? Well, the money that is printed by the Federal Reserve, by the U.S. Mint, right? Actual, right? They actually take all the materials and they have a certain specifications. It is the real dollar, but it's not real. It has no real value. That's kind of like what the evidence they're going to present is going to look like. It's going to look authentic, but it's going to be fake as hell. It's not going to have any value. But we take this money. We take this dollar. We take this $100 bill that we get from the bank. We trust the bank, don't we? Salute to my brother, Drew Titan, in the building. Thank you for coming through, my brother. Hey, y'all go check out Drew Titan, man. He on some real shit. Now, think about this. We take that $100 bill out that bank, that FDIC insured bank, and we take that dollar and we think that it actually had value, right? But it really does not. It's not backed by anything. It's fiat currency. Well, they're going to present you with fiat currency or fiat evidence. Now, this is just pure part. This is just me spitballing, right? Because I'm seeing all this buildup. Think about it. All the buildup surrounding this case, all the buildup surrounding what Candace Owens is doing. All that buildup, all the buildup for all these content creators that gained hundreds of thousands of subscribers.